Recently, the famous Japanese television station NHK aired a program about Chinese cars, with the spotlight on the Wuling Hongguang MINI EV. The reason for the program's focus on this car is its low price. The program claims that once this car enters the Japanese car market, the Japanese automotive industry will face a huge impact, with millions of people potentially losing their jobs. To be honest, we have discussed many different brands of cars in our program, but I have to say that the Wuling Hongguang MINI EV is one of my favorite. Its small size and overall design are very cute. So why does such a small and cute car make Japanese companies so fearful? Hi! Welcome to Auto Age. Now you are on the journey to look back at every change in the car, witness every surge in speed, and explore the mystery behind the car. Before we started today's video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. A Japanese professor disassembled the Wuling Hongguang and found that its profit per vehicle is only 89 yuan, which means that the profit per car sold is less than $13. As a car positioned for convenient short-distance travel scenes, the Wuling Hongguang MINI EV's biggest advantage compared to other cars is its price. Of course, such a small car does not have any powerful performance. Since it uses electricity, it is mainly used for short-distance travel, with the highest configuration having a range of about 170 kilometers. By the end of 2022, the car's annual sales exceeded 550,000 units, making it the sales champion among small new energy vehicles and crushing many domestic and foreign brands. This design was a great success for SAIC GM Wuling. At the same time, Toyota produced a micro-electric car, the C+ Pod, which sells for 1.65 million yen, about 92,000 renminbi, 3 times more expensive than the Wuling Hongguang MINI EV's 650,000 yen, for $1,700, and has no competitive advantage. It is worth noting that Japan is a typical island country, with mountainous terrain occupying most of its land. As a result, most of Japan's roads are congested and narrow. Therefore, microcars dominate Japan's market, accounting for nearly 38% of the market. According to estimates, once Japan loses its domestic microcar market, at least millions of Japanese people will face the risk of unemployment, and the associated losses in financial revenue and tax will be incalculable. It is conceivable that once the Wuling Hongguang MINI EV enters the Japanese market, the Japanese microcar industry and even the entire society will face a huge impact. Therefore, a Japanese professor specializing in the automotive industry bought a Wuling Hongguang MINI EV and disassembled it. He found that there was not a single part made in Japan, and the most valuable battery and motor were produced by Chinese companies CATL and Ningbo Shuanglin. Compared to when Chinese cars first started, they had to rely on the help of Japanese car companies to learn to walk, but now their prosperity is truly remarkable. According to calculations, the profit margin for each car sold is less than 100 yuan, and this has been confirmed by Wuling Hongguang through unofficial channels, meaning that the profit for each car sold is only 89 yuan, which is less than $13. Given such low profits, how do Chinese car companies like Wuling Hongguang make a profit? In fact, the initial profit model for the Wuling Hongguang MINI EV did not rely solely on the profits from selling cars, but rather benefited from the Chinese government's dual credit policy. The so-called dual credit policy refers to the average fuel consumption credit plus the new energy vehicle credit. Simply put, if the average fuel consumption of the cars produced by an automaker meets the standard, the company earns a positive credit. If it does not meet the standard, the company earns a negative credit. When the negative credit reaches a certain upper limit, the production of that type of vehicle will be suspended and the company will be penalized. The positive credit can be used to offset the negative credit of traditional fuel vehicles, and can even be traded. It is precisely this dual credit policy that has greatly promoted the development of new energy vehicles in China. SAIC GM Wuling Automotive, the parent company of Wuling Hongguang, has accumulated a large number of positive credits through the Wuling Hongguang MINI EV, offsetting a large number of the company's negative credits, as the company's main models are mostly fuel-powered cars. For each Wuling Hongguang MINI EV sold, about 0.86 credits can be earned, and each credit is equivalent to 300 yuan. In other words, SAIC GM Wuling Automotive has earned 1.3 billion yuan from credits alone. As a result, the Wuling Hongguang MINI EV quickly captured the market and continued to reduce production costs. In the later stages of production, its profit margin has greatly increased, forming a virtuous development cycle. So, what does this have to do with China's stunning reversal in the automotive industry? In just 10 years, China's new energy vehicle industry has seen its production and sales increase from 10,000 to nearly 7 million, a growth rate of about 700 times. Such a development speed can only be described as miraculous, and the reason behind this is the strong support from the Chinese government. For example, the aforementioned dual credit policy is one of China's policies to support new energy vehicles, and it is only one of many. Others include free parking for new energy vehicles, tax incentives for purchases, maintenance discounts, and other favorable policies. In short, China's support for new energy vehicles covers all aspects of both car dealers and buyers, making China's new energy vehicles such a success. Can other countries replicate China's successful model? The answer is that they can learn from it, but achieving such success is generally not replicable. Firstly, China's successful model may not necessarily be applicable to other countries, as many of the policies and regulations were determined based on China's own national and social conditions and may not be suitable for foreign countries. Secondly, and most fundamentally, China is a world power. This concept not only refers to its vast territory but also includes its domestic market of 1.4 billion people, world-leading manufacturing capabilities in the light and heavy industry, global leading research and development abilities in science and technology, the world's second-largest GDP economy, and the most crucially, a strong government policy execution ability. It is due to this reason that the Chinese government's massive funding policies and substantial technical support have significantly promoted the manufacturing and research and development abilities of state-owned automobile companies. Automobile companies such as BYD, Wuling, Chery, etc., have greatly promoted their own research and development and market share in the automobile field by developing new energy vehicles and overtaking traditional fuel vehicles, and then retroactively supplementing traditional fuel vehicles, thus promoting mutual development. Tanks, VV7, and other fuel vehicles that we are familiar with are products of this model. The domestic market of 1.4 billion people is also broad enough to provide many automobile companies with a vast and lucrative growth environment. In contrast, other countries lack strong government financial support, do not have a vast market like China's, and lack China's strong technology and research and development capabilities. The most crucial factor is that China's government has such a strong appeal and execution ability, with hardworking, intelligent, and diligent people, which are rare in the world. This is also why only China has been able to develop from poverty to becoming a world power with comprehensive national strength and economic power in just a few decades, and it is the fundamental reason and internal driving force for the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below, and share your insightful ideas with other people. Do you want to learn about more auto stories? Please keep following our channel and like our videos. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Your precious time with us is highly appreciated. See you.